Now let us learn about sexually transmitted diseases, children. So it is also called as STDs. So what are these sexually transmitted diseases? Diseases which are transmitted through sexual intercourse are collectively called sexually transmitted diseases or STDs, right? Or it is also called as sexually transmitted infections, that is STIs. It is also called as venereal diseases or VD, or reproductive tract infections or VTI. So it can be called by any of these names. An example of the sexually transmitted diseases are gonorrhea, syphilis, genital herpes, chlamydiasis, genital warts, and trichomoniasis, hepatitis B, and HIV, which leads to AIDS. So these are the different sexually transmitted diseases which we see in human beings: gonorrhea, syphilis, genital herpes, chlamydiasis, genital warts, trichomoniasis, hepatitis B, HIV leading to AIDS. Okay, these diseases, HIV infection is the most dangerous disease, and we will learn about this in the 8th chapter. In detail, we will be learning about AIDS. Right? Now, some of the infections like hepatitis B and HIV can be transmitted by other means also, which means that it is not just by sexual intercourse alone these diseases like hepatitis B and HIV are transmitted. It can be transmitted by sharing of needle injection or surgical instruments, etc. Other than that, it can be also transfused through the blood. Right? So by sharing of needle injection, surgical instruments, which means that if a person who is infected with such diseases, that is if a person infected with hepatitis B or HIV is using an injection needle, and the same needle, if it is used on another patient, what happens? These get transmitted. Right? It is not needed that they have to get transmitted only by sexual intercourse. By using the injection needles which were used by other patients or the surgical instruments used on other patients, the healthy one will get affected by these diseases. And the other method is by transfusion of blood, which means that by the transfer of blood. So through the blood products, infection can enter into a healthy person's body, or it can be from an infected mother to fetus. So if a woman has a HIV or hepatitis B and she is pregnant, so what happens? The fetus also will get affected by these diseases. So except hepatitis B, genital herpes and HIV, other diseases are completely curable if detected early and treated properly. So we don't have a complete cure for hepatitis B, genital herpes and HIV. Other than that, if other sexually transmitted diseases are detected early, they can be treated and the person can become normal. Okay, so if it is detected earlier, it can be treated properly and the person will become normal. Okay, now let us see about the symptoms of these sexually transmitted diseases. So early symptoms of most of these are minor. They are very minor, which means that there won't be any major symptoms. Okay, there will be very minor symptoms only, and the earlier symptoms includes itching, fluid discharge, slight pain, swelling, etc. in the genital region. So in the genital region of male and female, there can be slight itching or fluid discharge can happen. Slight pain will be there, swelling can happen. All these can happen in the genital region. Okay, and mostly the infected females may be asymptomatic and hence may remain undetected for long. Okay, so it is the main problem with the female. So females, if they have the sexually transmitted diseases, they are mostly asymptomatic, which means that they will not show any symptom. Their body will not show any symptoms, and they may remain undetected for a longer period, right? And absence or less significant early symptom and the social stigma will deter the infected person to consult a doctor. So suppose if a person has come across the symptoms, he came to know that he has this sexually transmitted diseases, and due to the absence or less significant symptoms in the early stage of infection, they might think that it is a normal form of infection or something like that, right? And that is one reason why people don't go to doctors. And the other reason is the social stigma, which says that all these are it is not a it is some social stigma which adheres them to not move to a doctor for such cases, right? So there are few social stigmas thinking that what other people will think if they go to doctor, saying that it is a sexually transmitted disease and all those things, right? So few people, though as their symptoms are very less, they might not visit a doctor, and in other few cases, due to social stigma, they will deter themselves from the from going to the doctor, right? So absence or less significant symptoms in the early stages of infection and the social stigma attached to it deter the infected person from going for timely detection and proper treatment. So if both is done, if the symptom is known and if we came to know that it is sexually transmitted diseases, it is the person's duty to visit a doctor or to consult a doctor. Only then this can be cured, or else if it reaches a later stage, what will happen? It becomes very problematic, right? So just by thinking about others, we can't just allow our body to get destroyed, right? So it is the by thinking all these, the people has to visit the doctor. For that, what has to be done? Counseling has to be given to those people. To general public, counseling has to be given about these sexually transmitted diseases and all those things, right? So as at last, it will affect the reproductive health of the people, right? If you take the society, it affects the reproductive health of the whole society, right? And if it is left untreated for a longer time, it can lead to many complications also. So these complications like pelvic inflammatory diseases, that is PID, abortions can happen, stillbirths can happen, ectopic pregnancies can happen, infertility can happen, or cancer even can happen to the reproductive tract. Okay, so thinking about all these complications, persons, if they come across such symptoms in their genital regions, they have to visit the doctor, right? So what are the complications? Pelvic inflammatory diseases, that is PID, abortions can happen, stillbirths, ectopic pregnancy. This ectopic pregnancy is nothing but it is the fertilization which happens in the fallopian tube, and the fetus will start growing in the fallopian tube itself, right? So it is a dangerous situation for the female, right? It affects their fallopian tube, even their life itself. Okay, and what is the stillbirths? It is death or loss of a baby before or during the delivery time. So it can lead to all these complications. Okay, so it is the timely care and proper treatment which has to correct all these sexually transmitted diseases. As I said earlier, STDs are a major threat to a healthy society, and therefore prevention and early detection and the prevention or the early detection or cure of the diseases are the prime consideration under the reproductive health care programs. As I said, counseling has to be given to the people. Only then they will know about the sexually transmitted diseases, symptoms and all those things, right? So normal public, they don't know about all these symptoms which happens in this sexually transmitted diseases. So either prevention has to done, or else early detection has to done, and the cure for these diseases should be done. And these are the considerations under the reproductive health care programs. Though all persons are vulnerable to these infections, the reports are very high among people of age group 15 to 24 years. Right? So to the age group of 15 to 24 years, the sexually transmitted diseases are very high comparing to other age groups. Right? And what are the simple ways through which we can prevent the sexually transmitted diseases? It is to avoid sex with unknown partners or multiple partners, or always use condoms during the sexual intercourse, and in case of doubt, go to a qualified doctor for early detection and should get a proper or complete treatment. Okay, so going to a qualified doctor is very good. And I mean, we should not take self-treatment thinking that it is a normal type of infection and all those things. So in case of doubt, you should go to a qualified doctor, and for to find out about the condition, and also to get complete treatment if diagnosed with this disease, right? So this is what about sexually transmitted diseases. Now let us move on to the last part, which is the infertility.